him, and then you throw, and he's not there, and he didn't move. He's just somehow 5 inches further away than you thought he was.
Looking good is better.
There's some optical delusions going on there.
Armand's really good at figuring your range almost immediately. And he can sit there and he'll just be like, go for his face and he'll just move his head just like here.
Okay. So, Nikolai?
Yeah.
What I said to you, what we all said to you and to Tashka? Yeah, we now know where you get it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Understands weight on the front foot, you cannot move sideways.
Oh
He
yeah.
actually does move. He finds a way to do it.
Good
I
eye.
can't do it.
Good eye.
No, because he doesn't move sideways. He pulls sideways.
That's a good point.
Watch how he does it. He basically picks the foot up and he just falls towards that
That ain't
direction.
gonna happen.
And then catches his foot. He's not moving that direction. And there's a difference between how you can, what you can do by moving that way.
Here's how you test it. Have somebody call out movements and directions, and force yourself to stop between each one and see how fast they can call them and you still be in control. Like left, right, forward, backward, and stay in control. And find out how fast you can. And
There's opposing a lot.
Yeah, good.
the more square you are, the more under your body you are, the faster you can go. And that means the more agility you have in your feet.
And it is up. This means Aubri has one pair. He's going to use it every time.
Me and Renee were just talking about that.
I was going to one class where they were basically using a twister board. And okay, from this, they could call something, and then you had to figure out the most efficient way to get that
Nice.
foot to that location.
I've been doing the pucks, circles and cross. Yeah, it's pucks Spanish footwork drill, but you can use it for any footwork. Basically, you start in the center, and there's 4 boxes around you. Forward, backward, left, right, and then there's 2 steps on the slope. And so you practice going forwards, going backwards, going left, going back, and you basically go around the square and then slope as well. And so, and it's just about how quick can you do that and how strong and centered can you be.
Good.
It's part of his 2 or 3 papers on footwork. Puck has 2 or 3 papers on footwork. You can find online, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
On footwork?
No, Carranza.
Oh.
The actual, here's the whole book. You might want that dagger.
Well,
He doesn't like it as much as the pretty dagger.
I'm spotting him some.
Take the power of
These old guys are that way. Yeah.
As long as you know exactly what they're going to do, you can use that. Plan. And rather than say,
Or an FA cutter?
okay,
Started back from
punch them
Nikolai.
into the microwave and get ready to push start as soon as something happens. Keep them in them,
You got this scarf about a year after I got mine.
so they're ready to stack for almost.
Oh, well done. Nice.
See what happens with them.
Nice. I think you were
Seems like him.
Yeah. He got his in 2000.
That was well done.
No one
Yeah,
knows.
this is like last year.
Because that was the whole thing. I quit fighting, and he'd been arrested to come back. And I was like, you know what, you can watch him come back. And it wasn't like 2 months later, I get a phone call from Malcolm, and he's like, so you can be at practice there today? And I was like, why the hell would I be at practice there today? And he goes, because Armand was made a white spot. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I guess we'll see you. And I'm like, I came out, true to word, I came back, and my entire practice, I mean, 5 years of not even lifting the blade. And when I left, I was schooling him. You know, he was just a new cadet. And the fight lasted 2 minutes, and I got this close. This is the closest I got to, and I'm like, he's going, oh, this is nice. I'm like, all right. So I spent the next year just like, okay. That was actually the same practice where the cops pulled a gun on the practice.
Oh, cool.
We were practicing new plays, and cops show up, and they're like, we heard you started out here getting the swords, and we're like, well, yeah. And Richard goes to grab the sword. He goes, this is what we're fighting with. And the cop goes, get your hands off the sword. Put his hand on his gun. I was like, well, I'm about to get shot.
Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah.
Of course, luckily Simon was like, "Did you drop your joist, Keen?" And by the end of it, they're all like, "Oh, these are real neat." Okay.
They all know about the country thing about it. I want to go check it out today.
Yeah, that was the beauty of it. Every time we had somebody that we didn't know, that didn't know it, like as a new cop, we'd say, "Call her." She'd be like, "Leave me alone."
I feel like they're being popular in college.
Yeah. At first they're wondering, and then they're like,
This guy
Well,
was there.
one of the great stories about the SCA is, back in the mid '70s, the FBI was, concerned that we were a cult. So we sent 3 people to go undercover and investigate the SCA. 2 of them are still members,
"Yeah."
and one of them's like a duke.
Yeah, so one of the
They're like, no, really, they're fine. Trust us.
So they fell into the cult.
Oh yeah,
Thank God.
we brainwashed them.
Yeah, we indoctrinated them.
Yeah, the next 50 years later. What do we do? That's pretty cool though. I didn't realize you were saying that the SBA predated D&D.
Yes.
Yep.
That was interesting.
Like one few years.
I never really thought of it that
Only
way.
7 years.
Like 73, I think.
D&D wishes they were us.
And we're 66,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Well, and the fact is, though, our biggest competition these days is not D&D. Wow.
It's World of Warcraft. It's
Yeah, well,
all the
Elder
online
Scrolls
stuff.
Online
Yeah.
and
That was
Evercraft.
the big one, right? Yeah.
That's still the biggest like huge like.
But the fact is, if you want to get good in our game, it's going to take you years.
You gotta get sweaty.
Right.
You gotta go out there and you gotta lift.
Although I got to admit, 2 years ago, it was Wizards of the Coast because it was after they bought Kickstarter. But it was an advertisement for D&D. And it showed, the back of a computer, like, the back of a computer screen. And then some pasty-faced guy sitting there, and with the glow of the screen, and you can't really see the room behind him and all that. And all it said was, if you're going to sit in your basement with 10 year and elf, at least do it with some friends. Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that.
Have you heard
I
that
thought most
Stephen
Michelle's
Lynch
little pot
D&D song?
shot was pretty cute.
Stephen Lynch's D&D. Hilarious.
He started that thing pretty good.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Well, and that was a cute little.
I
These
didn't
are not
see that
people
whole
who
thing.
wear. These are not people who wear elf ears and play D&D. It's like
Yeah.
nice little pot shot.
Denied.
I didn't get to watch that, so was it good?
Yeah,
It's not bad at all.
Unfortunately,
it was
one
the
or two
7
people
I
that
love
do wear those elf
the
ears are the ones
KCV
who
reference was
vocal
beautiful.
about to be part of the group.
So he goes, and step 5, 7 steps to become a knight. This is kind of how he phrases it. And he goes, and step 5 is you have to have a Mr. Miyagi moment. My Mr. Miyagi was Sir Dietrich, Casey Weed, and then he talks to Casey Weed, says, well, what you need to do is practice serving soup. Pretend to serve soup.
How do you apply?
How to throw shot, right? So you want to tell Bassini, smell this soup. Bassini, smell this soup. So Casey Weed's actually, his actual name is Casey Weed, blah, blah, blah. Last year he had a brain tumor and he's now blind. And he looked, and the kid goes, yeah, look through the rules and I decided I can still fight, there's okay. I give my opponents bells. And Mosby Show goes, really, Casey needs his own radio spot. But until then,
So yeah, I heard that he had fought at Gulf War. Is that what they basically did?
No. They what he did was.
he fought in Leeds.
Well, no. What he wanted to do was there's the Battle of the 30.
I think they call it the deed of arms.
Deed of
Yeah,
arms.
the deed.
Yeah,
the battle of
the
the
deed.
Right. It's the year is X. Your armor must be this year. This is the form of tournament we're going to on this tournament that happens.